welcome back to part 2. So here we're going to say goodbye to MisfitJoy. This was a true pleasure to build, and it was lots of fun. I really enjoyed it. I made it part of my Frosty Nights Challenge. That challenge basically was you got to pick winter, Christmas, or Valentine's Day, and I picked Christmas. So last year, at some point before the Falling for the Hemispheres challenge was over, the one that I did in the fall, I started thinking, wouldn't it be fun to build an island full of misfit villagers and to pick a certain kind of villager, build the island around it, and include it in the Frosty Nights Challenge. So that's just what I did. When I first started it, I did a hurricane relief stream with Guffy, Catman Gaming, Classic Cozy Gamer, Little Tiger Big Heart, and Sabertooth Tigress. If you're not subscribed to any of those channels, you really should go do so. I did a charity stream with them for the hurricane relief, which was a great cause. So glad to have done it. And I said if the first subscriber to donate $10, I will put Rocket on my island. And so Jan, one of my subscribers, so graciously donated $10. So I put Rocket on the island. And as I started building it, I started thinking, because it started out that Rocket was going to be the only misfit on the island. And I started thinking, wouldn't it be fun to do an island full of gorillas and just have the gorillas and that's it? So that's what I did for the most part. I left Flurry and Tammy as the normal villagers, but the rest are gorillas. We'll get in that in a minute. And it was a lot of fun. So if you're not part of the Discord and you would like to see some of these challenges, visit some of these dream addresses, the link to the Discord will be in this video description, and you can join the Discord and check it out. We had a lot of really good submissions this time, and of course I played along. I know it's the middle of March and this is a Christmas island, but I finally did finish, and I just think that it's important that if I start the island, I finish the island. That's kind of where I want to go with Animal Crossing. If I start the island and an idea and a concept, then I just want to follow through and finish it. So I did, and I'm recording the dream address now, and I'm super excited to bring it to you. So we're going to look at the map and talk about the villagers now. So we're going to open it up and look at it. Oh, wrong thing. Sorry about that. Okay, so of course it's me, Louie, Pee-wee, Tammy, Flurry. Now Tammy and Flurry, like I said, are only non-gorilla villagers. Violet, Al, Boone, Rilla, Hans, and Rocket. Now, a real fun little story about Rocket is, if you're new to the channel or you haven't watched very many of my videos and streams, Rocket is my nemesis. She has been on every starting island that I've had since I had started Animal Crossing. And I'm being really serious. She really has been. Except for this time when I needed her for MisfitJoy and she would not appear. Yeah. So I got her from a friend of mine, as she went ahead and got Rocket for me. I tried to village her hunt for Rocket and never could get her this time, which is a really funny joke that we all like to laugh about. So I'm going to leave this dream address up on the screen for a minute for you. If you want to visit MisfitJoy, you sure can. I will also put the dream address in my Discord, and I will also be putting it in the video description if you would wish to visit. So I'll leave this up for just a second, and we'll look at the map. I think this island turned out fairly decent, considering that I've only been doing it since December. Or November, late November, early December, so it wasn't too bad of a build. So we're going to go ahead and pick up the presents that I left. So I'm going to just grab the hat for me. And I'm going to grab these two things, the vaulting pole and the ladder. We're going to pick that up first before we get started. And this is Meet Jingle. I know that we can't have him here in the plaza, but I just thought that was a cute sign and wanted to use it. So we're going to move on. So now we had to have pics with Santa. We had to have a tree cutting farm. We had to have a reindeer stable. We also had to have a mountain of toys and an iceberg, which I did complete fully all the way. The villagers' yards had to have the festive DIYs and we had to have all the frozen items, which I did complete. And we're gonna look at the board at the very end. We'll look at the board, but we had to put getting Frosty with the crew on our board over there by Resident Services. So over here, since it's an island of misfit toys, I made the museum into a toy store. So this is the toy store that I built for the island. So I just thought it would be a cute little idea to build the toy store into this, and I think it turned out pretty decent. All these path codes on the ground, I will link in this description also. And so if you're interested in these, if you're ever building a winter or Christmas island and you need it, you will have it. So we're going to go on around this way to the tree cutting farm. And we've also built like a little village back here. So like a tree cutting, like Christmas village type vibe. So we put some of them back here. So this is Boone. He lives back here. And I used the gift piles by the trees. I thought that was a really good idea. So next up down here is Tammy. And she has a festive DIY in her yard just like she's supposed to. I did not do the insides of the villagers' homes, but we will be looking on the inside of mine because I did do the adoption agency in mine. This is Louie. He lives down here too. And then, of course, up here would be Hans. And Hans is over the tree cutting farm himself. So this is his tree cutting farm. So, yeah. So it's Boone, Tammy, Louie, and Hans down here. And they live on the tree farm, kind of like a little Christmas village area. So moving on, we will go up here and check out the reindeer stable. So up here is the reindeer stable. We had to have a reindeer stable, and this is what I built. This roof was kind of complicated, but I finally got it. So if you haven't watched some of those streams, you can watch those streams. Those are pretty fun to watch, where I decorated the island and things like that. Kind of just put some toys out here too. Put the peppermint discs on the ground. I like those really well. So up here is where some other of the gorillas live. So this would be Pee-wee and Al. So Pee-wee and Al live up here on the mountain of toys. And they live with all the toys. So that's pretty cool. And I just decorated it like this. And these, then I'm going to go down here and show you where Rocket and Violet live. They live on their own little island down here. We tried to seclude them and block them off, but it didn't quite work very well. So I used cube lights for these. This is a really cool code I got off Pinterest, and I thought it was cute, so we used that for the mountain of toys. Okay, so down here is Rocket and Violet. So that's Rocket, and this is Violet. They live down here with the mountain of toys. And they have DIY festive recipes in their yard. Or they have the frozen furniture also. So we're going to go back up this way. And we're going to find another villager. We're going to use our vaulting pole here. And I did leave the tools out because you will need them to maneuver around. Those are our mountains. So up here is Rilla. She is our misfit. So this is our misfit villager that's going to live all alone, secluded up on some kind of mountain behind the iceberg. So I just thought this was a really cool concept, and I'm so excited I got to pull it off. So we're going to go around this way. We're actually going to jump in the pipe, flurry. Well, we were going to jump into the pipe. Let's jump into the pipe. That's okay. We talked to Flurry. That works for me. And up here is the iceberg. So this is where we built our iceberg. And it didn't turn out too bad. So we had to have one, and we built one. Back here is where Flurry and I live, in our own little part of town. And we also did a... Let's go around this way. We also did, this is the adoption agency, which is my house, and I got my little adopt sign. I got this code from Angel Kitty. She is one of my mods, and she gave it to me because she is really good at the villager adoption. So if you ever need a villager, and you can join the Discord and hit Angel up. There is a section in the Discord for that. This is a skating rink. And then, of course, we had a hot cocoa stand. So we pretty well finished the challenge. I'm super proud of myself for finishing this island. So it's another island under my belt. I already have ramen that I finished. So I finished ramen. I built a Hogsmeade island from my Rags to Riches island. So there's a dream address. If you wish to see it, I'll put it in the Discord and you can visit that one too. This is where Nooks is, and I did do all the beaches. So all the beaches are done, and the campsite is out here. So I also built Nook's Cranny. I took and built this with a double waterfall and a bridge. And then you can get the viewpoint from here. This is Nooks and Abel's Frosty. So cool. So as you can see, this was a lot of fun to build. I really had a good time with this one. So yeah. So let's go over here. What's up, Louie? And let's go in my house and look over the adoption agency. Now that was the first part of the video that you watched when we built this, and then we're doing the dream address now, the tour. So we're gonna go in here and look at it. So in here in the first room is like the office. This is where they check in before they get adopted. So I'll just kind of move the camera so you can see everything that I did in here. I used the office wall. I used one sloppy sofa, sloppy tables. So yeah, I just wanted it to look like an office, you know, somewhere where you would go to check in. So then we're going to go to this room over here to the right. And this is one of the rooms that they would go to stay in to wait to get adopted. So I just made this like a little room where you would come in, check in, you would get a little room to stay in, and then you would stay here until you checked out and got adopted. So like I used, you know, the tablet, the record player, the brick wall. I thought this came out pretty good. Some sloppy furniture, a little sitting area. So now we'll go to the left. This is another room where they'd stay. And I knew some of you purple lovers would absolutely appreciate the purple rug. So this is kind of what I did in here, and I'll turn the camera slowly, or I try to, so you can see everything on the walls. But yeah, this is what I did in here. And they can come in here, like I said, check in, and they can stay in one of these two rooms until hopefully they get adopted and that they can leave. And then we're going to go upstairs. We did the kitchen upstairs, so we're going to go up there and look at it now. So this is the kitchen that I built. Now, I really dug this. I really got into this. I used the stone pillars and the green painted wall and the partitions. And this is where they come, you know, to like get their meals and to eat and things like that. So I really dug this. I got way into it and really got with it. So this I really enjoyed doing this part with you guys. So I like this a lot. And so this is the kitchen. This is where they come to eat, hang out, have a meal, you know, after they check in. Maybe they come here and they eat, they have a meal, they get started. before they go, you know, like rest and wait to get adopted. So this is the kitchen area. So next we're going to go downstairs to what I am affectionately calling the retro groovy basement. This is so cool. I had so much fun building this. So down here, you're going to get basement. So you got the gaming desk. You got a few bunk beds down here. So, you know, if the other 2 rooms upstairs are full, you can kind of, you know, like come here, hang out. I think they called this the retro wall, or maybe they called it the groovy retro wall. But I'm going to try to get this too, because when I'm hoping someday I can do like a 70s island, and I want to use this. So I'm turning it so you can see what I did on the walls and things like that. And the inflatable couch in the corner. This was so much fun. I used these 2 rugs together. I'm not quite sure, but it worked. I like the Argyle rugs in here. I think it turned out really, really cool. So this is the adoption agency. We've been to the left, we've been to the right, we've been up and down. So let's go back upstairs and wrap up the video and talk about what comes next for MisfitJoy. And that's the tour of MisfitJoy, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let's find a spot to sit, and we can talk for a minute about what comes next. I hope you will visit the Dream Address. This island was so much fun to build. I don't think I've had this much fun in a long time building an island, and to be really honest with you, it was a lot of fun. And not only was it fun, but I learned to do a lot of things that I'd never done, like the buildings, the pathing. I finally made that make sense in my mind. It finally clicked. So this was a lot of fun and it taught me a lot. So I just want to talk just a minute about what comes next for MisfitJoy. The Dream Address is set. It's all done. The island is finished as far as this challenge, and the building for this part is concerned, but there will be more for MisfitJoy. I am going to build on MisfitJoy, but it's going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to give it all away because I want it to be like a surprise. I want you guys to be able to see what I do next with it. Should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So with that, I'm going to tell you to have a fantastic day, and thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends and family. It helps me and it helps the channel continue to grow, and I would really appreciate it. I wanted to give it a shout out to all my regulars and my fellow content creators, everyone that helped make this island possible, gave gifts or presents or brought things or visited. You guys rock. I couldn't ask for a better crew of people to hang out with almost on a daily basis. So thank you. Shout out to my mods who work so hard in the live streams and the chats. I couldn't do it without you guys, so thank you very much. And either Friday of this week or Monday of next week, there will be something else new coming to the channel. Of course, I'm talking about memberships. There is no pressure to purchase. I'm just super excited to be able to share this with you. So if you wish to purchase a membership, keep your eye out because they'll be going live at some point, either Friday or Monday. And really excited to give it to you. I hope there's something for everyone. I did the best I could. I've never done this before, so just bear with me. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Dream Address tour of MisfitJoy. As much as I enjoyed building it for you and giving it to you. So take care, crew. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.